I'm doing my CNN hero on Twisigi Kaguri. He goes by Jackson. Next slide. Personal facts. Jackson, his reason for starting NAOP, which is Nyaka AIDS Orphans Project. When he was younger, he lived in Uganda. He kind of grew up there with his brother and sister and his family. His sister and brother died of AIDS. So they left 4 children. His sister left 3. His brother left 3 children, and his sister left 1 for him to take care of. For Jackson to take care of. Next slide, please. Just more information. Jackson's had just got married when the project started. Him and his wife were gonna buy a house together for the first time, and they were putting a $5,000 payment on it. Instead of doing that, he noticed that his hometown, Nyaka, needed a school for the kids. So instead of investing in a house, they both decided that they would invest in the first Nyaka school. So a little information about Jackson. He graduated from Marquis Uri, yes, that's how it's spelled, University, co-founded human rights coalitions in Uganda, born in Uganda in a village called Nyaka Gazi, Nyaka for short, has a book out called A School for My Village, worked at MSU and resigned to focus on NAOP, been named Heifer International Prof. He's not in Uganda. If he's not in Uganda, he has an office in Lansing, East Lansing. So, next slide, please. The mission is to really give the kids in Uganda free education. They give free health care to the kids because they don't have a lot of doctors or anything down there. The slogan is working to free orphans from the cycle of poverty. So they are in big poverty down in Uganda. Next slide, please. Here's a picture of part of the Nyaka school. If you see, they are wearing purple. That's their uniforms. They have a uniform at the school, so it's kind of formal for them. Next slide, please. Information about the school. Kanguri School was opened in 2007. Nyaka School was opened in 2001. Nyaka School was the first one, and then they founded more money and made another school closer to some people, because some kids had to walk 50 miles to go to school. So they didn't go to school because it was in like the next town, and they're far away. So they opened 2 schools. NAOP runs 2 free schools in Kanguri and in Rakungiri. It's for orphan kids and disabilities. NAOP is just for children that have been orphaned by AIDS, like parents that have AIDS or HIV and they've died, one or both parents. And when that happens, the grandmother has to take care of them. And at sometimes, the grandmother has to take care of 14 children. And later you will see, I'll show you the house that they actually have to live in. It's very small. So Jackson helps out with the grandmothers. Yep, this is it. No, that's fine. You can go next slide. How do you get into the school? Hold back.
I'm going back.
How do you get in? The students are selected on based on 3 sets of criteria. If they're orphaned, if they have a disability, if they are in severe poverty, like severe. They might not be orphaned, but they might not even have a house to live in. So, some children are not orphans out of 10, which is what I just told you. Here's the house. Keep in mind that 7 to 14 people might live in this. Uganda, this is like a lot of their houses look like this. Some of them are bigger, some of them are even smaller, but they try to help out with the housing too. So next slide. Dr. Who Nyack has one doctor for nearly 300,000 people. So AIDS is a big thing over there, and you can see why. They don't have doctors to help them. Many children don't make it to the age of 5 because they don't get to see the doctor. A lot of children die of like malaria, just common things. They might get a cut and it gets infected, so they don't get to go see the doctor. They don't have the proper care. If you see that the house they live in is made out of mud and dirt, I mean, they sleep on the floor. They get infected easy, so they do die of the age of 5. Next slide, please. What NAOP provides? It provides counseling. The students majority of the students that go there, like I said, do not have parents. They just live with their grandparents. So it counsels them, they counsel. Medical care, they have nurses and stuff to help the kids while they're in school. Transportation to form a secondary school, they have a secondary school, primary school, like a nursery, preschool type thing. NAOP provides local community employment. This means that because the school is there, they employ, they train nurses, doctors and stuff come over and they train nurses and they help them. And then there's a garden that the kids grow because it teaches them how to grow things and food at their house, like if their grandparents can't do it, so they know how to do it. They have people that water it and do that and weed it. It provides shoes for the kids. A lot of the kids don't have shoes. They provide shoes. Textbooks, notebooks, free purple uniforms. The purple uniforms stand for, purple means happiness, and that's good. Next slide, please. Food. Breakfast is porridge. They eat a snack, banana, or some type of fruit. Lunch, beans, meat, posho, rice, and mistoki, and Irish potatoes. Down there is a picture of the posho. It's meat, beans, and something else on it. So this is normally the only thing that kids get to eat. Nyack is very poor, and they come home and they don't get to eat. I mean, it's like us coming home and not having a dinner. That's how often does that happen? Not at all, but it happens for them every day. So 40 to 60% of Uganda don't have the access to clean water. So they actually get clean water at the school and everything. This is their Uganda, Nyack schools is their source of food too for like the whole day. So, next slide, please. What physical education does. PE encourages healthy physical activity for the kids. A lot of kids in Uganda don't get to be kids because they have to take care of their whole family, kind of. So PE gives them have fun time. It relieves stress and promotes healthy, safe self-esteem. So they can get their self-esteem out, like playing soccer, kick the ball, you know. Some things that they get, soccer balls, uniforms, and sports equipment, those are donated. So they get really, and they're new, so they're nice things that they actually get to have. It also encourages teamwork, which is some of them might not be familiar with. Next slide, please. The results. Since 2008, NAOP has reached 34,000 indirect beneficiaries. So like their families, their grandmothers. 28% of the students graduated with a B or higher in 2011. That would be the secondary schools. So secondary, high school, possibly middle school age. I mean, it's just a big age group, but it's a big thing for education down there. A lot of these kids that go here know that it's very important, so they try. And keep in mind that they have not had schooling before this, and they get B's and higher. I mean, they really work hard. Nyack School formed an anti-AIDS club. This is where they sing, put on plays, they get educated on AIDS and how to prevent it and stuff, which is a really big thing. NAOP is supporting education after secondary school. So after secondary school, which is the last step, kind of like us for high school, they do get to go to a college, and they get support by it. They give them money and grants, like they just scholarships, which is good. And because it's so close and right there, they don't have to walk miles or so. Oh, okay. If a girl attends school, she is 50% not likely to get AIDS than she would be if she didn't attend school. Like every step you go up, like primary, secondary, your chances of having AIDS reduces. So next slide, please. This is a map of Uganda. Population is 31,367,792. The common language, believe it or not, is English. That's their language. But they do have Swahili, Luganda, Rukiga. Next slide. What do these numbers mean? 2.2 million children have lost one of both parents. 6,500 grandmothers are being helped through NAOP. That was in 2011. 91 support groups are there to help the grandmothers. So there's 91 support groups, safety groups. 150 new homes for the grandmothers. Like I said, Nyaka School provides, if there are 14 or more grandchildren they're carrying, they build them a bigger house and actually have running water if they can, if they're by thing. It just expands their house because 14 kids in one little small place is not going to work. One doctor in the town of Nyaka for 300,000 people. Next slide, please. HIV/AIDS in Uganda. 7.2% of Uganda's population has HIV/AIDS. That may not seem like a lot, but it is. That amounts to 1.4 million people and includes 190,000 children. So that 7.2%, that's what it is. Estimated 62,000 people have died in 2011 from HIV/AIDS just in that little place, which is a lot. 1.1 million children left orphaned, and only 32%. Okay, next slide. Here's some pictures. This is one of the preschools, smaller age kids. That's like a table for them. They do have desks. This is Jackson. Over there is kids that are graduating from maybe a primary school to a secondary school. It's like a big thing, kind of like our 8th grade graduation. This is a certificate that one girl got. You get a certificate after you complete secondary school. This is a little note that one girl wrote to him. There's some spelling mistakes, so it's hard to read, but this is Irene, who is trying to send her greeting to you. The main information I'm writing, which is just to thank you for so much of the good work and services you are doing or donating. It goes on to say that she's just very, very thankful that this school actually is up and running because it helped her, and she knows that she's going to potentially be able to be out of poverty. Next slide. You can email him, Jackson, at that. Facebook, you just got to look up his name. You can't add him as a friend, but you follow him, kind of like Twitter. Twitter, he does have a Twitter, but I don't have a Twitter, so I'm pretty sure you guys all have a Twitter, so you know what to do. Just look up his name. All right, next slide. Here's my works cited page. That's it. Any questions? All right. Thank you.
You have to hit the dismiss.